Welcome to my Idaho cabin, where the elk and deer run free. Welcome to my Idaho cabin, hope you spend a little time with me.
Hi everybody, this is Rick. Welcome to my Idaho cabin. Today I'm going to be making a poblano cheese and spinach quesadilla for you guys. Quesadillas are a Mexican staple. They're basically a Mexican toasted cheese sandwich. They're very, very easy to make, and you can get them anywhere. So this is a little bit more complicated than a normal quesadilla, but it's easy enough to make, so stick around and I'll show you how I do it. These are poblano peppers, and the first thing I have to do is to roast them and char the skin so that the skin can be removed. So I have 3, and normally I would do this on a gas grill, but unfortunately I don't have a gas. So we'll just have to do it on electric and give that a try. Also, I have some serrano peppers here, and I'm going to roast them as well. And I want to blister them. You blister the skins, and then you put them in a bag for about 20 minutes, and that way the skins will soften and they come off really easily. So when I get these done, I'll show you what they look like, and then we can go from there. There's a light on so you can see it a little better. You have to keep turning them as they become blistered so they don't really overcook, but you want them well charred. So this is getting, right in here, this is getting about the way we want it, but there are other places on it that still aren't quite ready. So when they are done, I'll bring you back. Okay, these are pretty well charred right now. So I'm going to turn the heat off, and then I'm going to place them in a paper bag. Then we'll seal this up. And just leave them here on the table. And they'll steam for about 20 minutes, and then you can just wipe the charred skin off, and then we can open them up, get the seeds out and the ribs, and then they'll be ready to go into the blender. The peppers have now been steaming for about 20 minutes or so, so I'm going to pull out one of these poblanos and show you how I do it. Now the skin, if you just rub it like this, the skin is, the blistered part will just come right off. And you just peel it off and discard it. Now there's a couple of schools of thought about washing these and holding them under running water to get them off. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't, but actually I don't mind the little pieces of black skin, the charred. It gives it a little charred, smoky flavor, and doesn't hurt. So I just usually leave them in, leave it alone, and not wash the pepper. You can use a paper towel, and that'll get it off a little bit better. But for this, I'm just going to do it just like this, so that's fine. Okay, so now I'm going to cut the top off, discard that, cut it open, and then we'll get rid of these seeds and some of the ribs here. Get rid of that. Okay, that's pretty clean. You can leave some seeds in, that's all right. So there is a poblano that's ready to go. So now we're going to put them in the food processor, and I'll just cut it up a little bit. And we'll put it in the food processor, and I'll finish the rest of these up, and when that's done, I'll get back with you. The serrano peppers are done just the same way. Just grab a hold of the skin, pull it off like that. Cut the top off, cut them in half. Get the skins out, or the seeds out rather. And the ribs. And throw them in the food processor. There you go. Just real simple. Okay, I have the serrano and the poblano peppers in here. I put a cup of mayonnaise in there, and now I'm going to put some yogurt, about a cup of yogurt. And now this is all kind of whatever you want to put in it. Normally it's yogurt and mayonnaise, yogurt, and sour cream, and you can about a cup of each, somewhere around in there. It's nothing, it's not rocket science. And then after you mix all this stuff up, then we'll taste it, and we might make some adjustments. So this is where you kind of rely on your cooking skills and that sort of thing. But this is a really good sauce. You can use it on tacos. You can use it on just about anything. So we'll whiz this up and see what it looks like. Okay, it's all nicely mixed. Now we want to add a little salt and pepper in here to taste, and so we'll give it a pinch or two of salt, and then a pinch of pepper. See what that tastes like when it's all done. All right, give it a little taste here. Oh, that is nice, and it's not too hot. You could use jalapenos if you wanted. Oh, now the heat's coming on. You could use jalapenos in there if you wanted rather than serrano, but I'll tell you, this is nice and tasty. So I'll put this in a container, and then we'll put it in the refrigerator and let it chill out, and the flavors can marry. These are Crimini mushrooms. Normally I'd use poblano in this recipe, but they didn't have any, like I said. So, as with the poblanos, I'm going to take the stems out of these criminis, and we'll just use the caps. And then I'm going to put them in a Ziploc bag, and we're going to make a marinade. So when I get that done, I'll get back with you. Okay, now we're going to make our marinade for the mushrooms. We're going to use 1 cup of balsamic vinegar. One cup of olive oil. Okay, now we're going to emulsify this before we finish with the other stuff. So anyway, I'll get this whizzed up and then get right back with you. Okay, that'll just about do that. Now we're going to add a little garlic, a couple of cloves of garlic. That'll do that. And a little salt and pepper to taste. we go. Okay, now we'll buzz this up again. And then we'll pour this. Here are the mushrooms. So now we'll pour this marinade all over the mushrooms. Seal this up and then toss it around to coat them. Make sure they all get nicely coated. Now you can add, if you want, you can add a little bit of herbe de Provence. I didn't have any, so I'm not going to do it, obviously. Okay, they're nicely coated, so I'll put those in the refrigerator for a couple hours and let them marinate a bit. So, thank you, Smokey. Appreciate your comments. Really? You backing up? He's backing up. Okay, I'll put these in the refrigerator for a couple hours and let them marinate and toss them occasionally, and then we'll be ready to make our quesadillas. Okay, now we're going to start to prepare the quesadillas. So the first thing I have to do is to slice up the mushrooms a little bit, and then we're going to saute them for about 20 minutes, and we're going to add some other stuff in the meantime. So here's how we do it. Okay, we're going to take these mushrooms and slice them about 1/4 inch thick slices, about like that. And then we're going to put them in a skillet. So when I get these all sliced up, I'll get back to you. Okay, I have a skillet heating up here, and I'm going to put a little oil in there. Just a ring. Okay, and I have the mushrooms all sliced over here, and so we'll put those in. And we're going to saute those for about 5 to 10 minutes, and then I'm going to put some onions in. So we'll let those go, and I'll stir those a little bit once in a while. Yeah. This device is a comal, C-O-M-A-L. It's what we use in Mexico to heat tortillas. It's kind of like a griddle, but tonight I'm heating the tortillas on here, and I'll make the quesadillas on the comal. The mushrooms have been sauteing for about 7 to 8 minutes, so now I'm going to add some thinly sliced red onions. And we'll let those soften up a bit. Okay, now we're going to put some baby spinach in here. That was graceful. And then we're going to add a shot of water. Cover it. and let the spinach cook down. Then we'll be ready to fill the tortillas. And here is the filling for the quesadillas tonight. So we're all set, ready to put them together. The cheese is shredded and we're ready to go. So here's how we make them. So the first thing we have to do is put a little cheese on half of the tortilla. And we can let that melt in just a little bit. And then some of the mushroom mixture, and we'll put it on there. A little too much, I think. And then we'll fold the tortilla over and let that cheese melt. While we're making that one, we'll put another one on. And then we'll just keep making them like that. We'll heat the tortilla and put a little cheese on half of it. Quesadillas always have cheese on them. That's why they're called Mexican toasted cheese sandwiches. At least the nickname is. So, okay. And there's some more filling, and then we'll fold this over. And that one should be ready to flip. There we go. And then I'm going to put them in the oven to keep warm until I get the rest of them made. So when they're all made and ready to go, I'll show you how that goes when we get here. Okay, here's how we serve them. We're going to cut these into thirds. And put them on the plates. Get all the goodies on there. Now we'll take this and we'll put a container of the Poblano cream sauce on there, and we'll serve dinner. So I'll show you how that looks when it's done. And there's the quesadillas all ready to go with coleslaw and the cream poblano or Poblano cream sauce. So looking forward to dinner. Well, thank you for joining me tonight for the quesadillas, and they were really good. This was a fun meal. We had a lot of fun, and people commented very favorably on them. It's a vegetarian meal, so you know, if you're into that kind of stuff, it's a good thing. You can make quesadillas with anything. Basically, they're a Mexican toasted cheese sandwich, so if you want to make them with just cheese, go for it. And then cut them up and just have fun. So it's just one of those little meals that I picked up along the way somewhere, and thought I'd pass it along to you guys. So thanks again for watching this episode of My Idaho Cabin, and I hope to see you next time.
Welcome to my Idaho cabin, where the elk and deer run free. Welcome to my Idaho cabin. Thanks for spending time with